first slide of the presentation. My name is Paul Lloveras. I'm the academic coordinator or the head of studies of the master's degree in engineering physics. This degree is hosted and managed by the Barcelona School of Telecommunications Engineering of the Polytechnic University of Catalonia. And well, this master was conceived and is being taught in collaboration with the Department of Physics of the same university. Okay. So basically, well, first question that we can make ourselves is what is the master's degree of engineering physics? So what is engineering physics? And in the sense, we can we can think of that most of any advanced technologies rely on fundamental behavior of matter and requires also full understanding of it. So in this sense, engineering physics behaves as the bridging gap between applications and underlying behavior. So it may link fundamental properties, let's say magnetism, electrical charge, optics structure, physical chemistry, quantum mechanics, thermodynamics, and so on, with well advanced, novel, more efficient, high performance, and smart applications. So as a very first example, we can see a number of functional materials that are in fact already being applied nowadays in our devices. These functional materials are basically defined as those materials that have native properties that can be used for applications. And in this sense, we can find actuators, sensors, materials for magnetic storage, piezoelectric materials, and so on. So we can have a panoply of micro devices, nanotechnology, flexible electronics, wearables, optoelectronics, also the emerging field of spintronics, and also many devices used or for biomedical engineering and also for the formulation of biomedical drugs. Other examples can be, for instance, related to energy, which includes both green generation, such as fusion or renewable energies like solar, wind, or aerothermal energy, but also any topics related with energy management, such as storage and transport, thermal management, waste heat recovery, and so on. As a final example, let me mention also the fields of computational science and engineering that may include topics such as numerical methods for simulations, also machine learning and deep learning related to artificial intelligence, and also the emerging field of quantum computing that promises, let's say, the possibility of solving problems that are too complex to be solved by conventional computers that are currently in use. We can also think of engineering physics by having a look at the big picture. Okay, if we consider the mankind and we consider the big challenges, big problems that will have to face the human being in the coming decades, we can think of climate change, pollution, poverty, health, and any progress from the technological and scientific point of view. And this has given rise to regulations, challenges, and opportunities. And here, any training that will contribute to address all these topics will have a critical impact in many fields, and in particular, engineering physics, will contribute to scientific progress, technological development of more efficient and novel functionalities. Also, it will have an impact to, well, let's say, make a fair society, to have a cleaner environment, cheaper devices, and so on. And also an economical direct impact when building new market niches and creating new business opportunities. Okay. From a very personal point of view, so from your personal point of view, you can think of this master as, well, it has been conceived as giving you a training, a multidisciplinary training consisting of a combination between advanced physics, both experimental and computational, and cutting edge engineering. We have also maintained a broad scope in such a way that it does not limit your incorporation into the professional journey after this training. This master has been conceived also as a natural continuation from the degrees in physics and engineering physics, but it can also be of very interest, in high interest for those students that have a degree in applied physics, electronic engineering, chemical engineering, and nanoscience and nanotechnology degrees, or material science and engineering. So depending on the particular let's say training of the degree, in particular me, I will take care of having a close look at your previous training and see if you need additional trainings to perform the master in engineering physics or not. This master's degree will also provide you with a highly skilled career opportunities. So we have to think that a master's degree as an average will provide you with more than 20,000 euros per year compared to having only a bachelor degree. And basically main opportunities that you will get after performing this master will consist of whether continuing the training by performing PhD studies, okay, that can be, for instance, in the fields of computational and applied physics, photonics, nuclear and ionizing radiation engineering, applied mathematics, and so on. Also, you will have also career opportunities in industry, laboratories, large facilities, and so on. Also, this master allows you to be involved in the UPC network, in the network of the Universitat Politécnica de Catalunya. And in this sense, we can conceive this network as a threefold network. On the one hand, the professors of the master are very active in research in such a way that they typically may offer pre-doctoral positions to perform the PhD studies in their own groups. And in this sense, you can have nanomaterials, quantum optics, instrumentation, molecular and complex fluids, biophysics, quantum matter, condensed matter physics, physics of nuclear power plants, and so on. You will also have accessibility to agreements with important companies. So you can see in this link more than 300 contacts with companies that the UPC has an agreement with. And on the other hand, finally, you will also have contacts with laboratories such as Alba Synchrotron, some hospitals, the Barcelona Supercomputing Center, the Institute of Photonic Sciences, and so on. Here you can see in the bottom part of this slide, you can see some snapshots of the Alba Synchrotron. And in the center of the slide, you can see the first generation of this master's degree, where the students went to Alba to perform some of the lab practicals related to one of the compulsory subjects of this master. So we can now have a close look to the curriculum offered by this master. This master consists of 60 CTS, which are being taught in 2 semesters. From these 60 CTS, there's 23 that correspond to compulsory courses. 20 ECTS will correspond to elective courses, which are of 4 ECTS each course. And finally, you will have to perform a master thesis of 17 ECTS. There are 2 possibilities in this curriculum to be performed. One consists of the most usual one is that you will start in September. And then the duration of the master will be 1 year. So the first semester will be performed from September to January, and second semester from February to June. But you will also have the opportunity to perform this master in one dot half years, in the sense that you will start in February, and then you will finish the June of the year after the beginning year. I will come back to these particular different setups for the academic calendar later on in a posterior slide. So, by having a closer look to the organization of these 2 semesters in terms of curriculum, we can have that the first semester we have most of the compulsory subjects, in particular surface and engineering and micro devices, critical phenomena and complexity, quantum matter, and project management. On the other hand, you will be able to choose among 4 different elective subjects, such as atomic and molecular physics, computational astrophysics, numerical methods for continuum systems, and physics of materials. As for the second semester, we have only one compulsory subject, which is large facilities, synchrotron and neutron sources, which is the subject that I have said before that involves some lab practicals in ALBA, some visits to ALBA, ALBA Synchrotron, located here nearby Barcelona. The second semester, you will be able to choose also among these 6 elective courses, which are complexity in biological systems, machine learning with neural networks, stochastic methods for optimization and simulation, molecular and soft condensed matter, biophysical and material science characterization, and material science of drugs. Let me mention now that these 2 last subjects, biophysical and material science characterization and material science of drugs, but also all the subjects taught in the second semester, are shared with the Erasmus Mundus master, which is called BioFam, which deals basically with training for pharmaceutical companies in order to develop uh, pharmaceutical drugs. Finally, we will have also involved in the second semester the realization of the master thesis, which, as I have said to you previously, consists of 17 ECTS, which is around 2 months or 2 months and a half. In addition to all these subjects, you will be able to choose also additional elective courses up to 12 ECTS overall from other UPC masters. For instance, you can choose Fundamentals of Nuclear Engineering and Radiological Protection, which corresponds to a master in nuclear engineering, and also other examples from other masters: energy technology, renewable energy technology, quantum optics, laser applications in remote sensing, introduction to computer vision, data mining, and biomaterials. So from all these, which each of the subjects have 4 ECTS, you will be able to choose up to 12 ECTS. Also, in fact, the master degree is open to any track, to any route, to any choice of elective subjects. But we recommend to perform one of these 3 specialization tracks, which are basically engineering physics in industry, which will involve the realization of these 5 elective subjects, one of our master and other 4 corresponding to our masters. The second specialization track is biosystems and soft matter, which correspond to performing 4 elective subjects of our master. And finally, the last track that we suggest to perform is computational and simulation, which involves the realization of these 4 subjects also belonging to our master. As for the master thesis, the 17 ECTS, this consists of an experimental and engineering theoretical work performed in research groups of the UPC and or other research institutions and or other technological companies that may be local or abroad. So in this sense, you will be supervised or tutored by professors of the master's degree. So if the thesis is performed in a research group of the UPC, the master thesis will be supervised by a professor of the UPC. Otherwise, you will need a tutor of the UPC that will supervise that all the thesis is performed according to the regulations of the UPC and so on. We offer also 3 annual grants of 1,000 euros after tax each. In fact, this amount is offered by the physics department in order to develop the thesis within one of these research groups. Typically, one of the good points of performing the thesis in one of the group of the physics department is that most of the times there is the possibility of continuing performing PhD studies in the same group. The list of offers about the master thesis can be found in this website here. And finally, well, as I have mentioned, well, also this academic year, the possibility of performing the master thesis opens the door to perform and obtain PhD grants in the same institution where you have performed the master thesis. Let me have now a closer look to the specific syllabus of the compulsory courses. So it will be fast, but let me mention a little bit what are they dealing with. As for the subject called critical phenomenon complexity, it deals with the dynamical systems, chaos, pattern formation, and so on. Also, stochastic processes, non-equilibrium critical phenomena, and complex networks. In this sense, the subject can be related to later subjects on computation, on computational tools, and it can be used, for instance, if we are talking about critical phenomena such as percolation and so on. We can think of, for instance, analyzing patterns related to the occurrence of earthquakes, avalanches, but also fracture in materials and so on. Quantum matter is the subject with the largest number of ECTS, 5 ECTS in this sense, and it deals with a set of topics related to from basics to advanced quantum physics, quantum laws. For instance, it will deal with perturbation theory and variational methods, scattering theory in quantum mechanics, the many-body problem in quantum mechanics, magnetic systems, and physics of lattice systems. So basically, it will provide the students with the necessary tools to, for instance, address other very necessary knowledge that is required, for instance, in spintronics, quantum computing, and so on. As for surface engineering and micro devices, the subject deals with physical chemistry of surfaces, characterization of solid surfaces, solid liquid and solid gas interfaces, and characterization techniques, applications in sensors, catalysis, functionalization of nano and micro reactors, and so on. It also will deal with micromechanics and microfluidics and micro devices applied to communication circuits. So basically everything that concerns engineering of small things. Okay, so probably, I don't know if you already know that structures such as thin films that can be also composites or heterostructures can can exhibit functional properties that cannot be shown, for instance, in bulk materials. Finally, here you have the subject of project management of 3 CTS, and this will include topics such as project planning, project implementation and monitoring, software for project management, and so on. So the students, as this last sentence is saying here, will learn to design, manage, and monitor international technology and engineering projects. So other topics that are very, very necessary for engineering. And this is the compulsory course for the second semester, large facilities, synchrotron and neutron sources, also 5 ECTS as quantum matter. and it will train the student on basics of particle accelerators, generation of electromagnetic radiations. In this sense, this will involve visits to beamlines and the experiments in Alba Cells synchrotron nearby Barcelona. Also, it will deal with ion accelerators and spallation sources, uh, involving work in situ too, and basics of X-ray and neutron scattering, and X-ray absorption, fine structure, and hard X-ray synchrotron imaging techniques. Good. As for the academic calendar, as I have told you previously, there is the possibility of performing this master in just 1 year. In this sense, in the left side, you can see that in September, there will be the enrollment period for the next year. Such that first semester lectures of the first semester will start in the mid of September and will finish just before Christmas. During the first 2 weeks of January, there will be the examination corresponding the 1st September. In January, you will have the enrollment for the second semester, and you will have the lectures corresponding to the second semester from the beginning of February till beginning of April. After these lectures, you will have the examination, and from mid-April to the end of May, there will be still 2 elective courses, which are biological and master and material science characterization and material science of drugs. And these 2 elective courses are performed separately from the other ones in such a way that they will have also the examination period during the first week of June. On the other hand, the master thesis is expected to be performed from the beginning of April till the end of June, more or less. At the right-hand side, I show the possibility of performing this 2-semester master's degree in 1.5 year. In this sense, you can start the degree on next February, and basically the semester will end on June, basically following exactly the same calendar that I have shown you on the left side, but without performing the master thesis. Because in order to perform the master thesis, you have to have passed all the compulsory subjects, all the compulsory courses. So in this sense, first half of the calendar, first 6 months, you will perform the second semester. Next 6 months, you will perform first semester. And finally, the last 6 months will be devoted to performing the master thesis that can be adapted according to the schedule of your plans. Other topics related to academic organization, as I have told you, the academic direction is given by a coordinator or head of studies, which is me. And I'm assisted by an academic committee involving the physics department and the telecommunications school of the UPC of the university. Each student has a tutor that will be assigned at the beginning of the master, the calendar, and the role of the tutor will be to assist the students in helping in enrollment, advise on elective topics, and so on. All lectures are taught in Campus North, in the UPC Campus North, and in morning sessions. Labs, practicals will be in the same campus, but also in Terrassa campus and in the Alba Synchrotron. Here I have to mention too that the last 2 subjects that I have mentioned that will be taught in the last 2 months of the master, and the second semester, sorry, I mean in the during mid-April and May, will be taught in the campus of the Besòs at the other edge of Barcelona. Of course, all these details you will be informed about all these details when convenient. As for the evaluation system, it depends on each course, but most of the times they consist of assignments, presentations, and there are also a few cases where exams are planned. Modality is face-to-face, so no online topics. Sorry. And the timelines, as I have commented previously, are mornings from Monday to Friday. And for pre-enrollment details, please see the presentation that will be performed by the department, the management department of the School of Telecommunications. So just to finish, let me mention other Masters of Engineering in Physics that can be located in USA, Canada, Italy, Sweden, Finland, Germany, Belgium, Denmark, and ours that is the only one that has been performed in Spain. Some web pages that can be of your interest, so you can find us all these details here in engineeringphysics.master.upc.edu, also in the web page of the telecommunications school of the UPC, and also we have pages of Twitter and Instagram. And that's it corresponding to my presentation. I don't know now if you will have any question in this respect. I will stop presenting. No questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay, so maybe I can give the floor to Sonia. Good morning, Sonia. I will switch off my microphone.
Yes,
So thank you.
good morning, Paul. Thanks so much for this interesting presentation. And I will just briefly present, the few facts, the most relevant facts you need to know to successfully pre-enroll in our website. Just a moment. Okay. Please let me know if there are some issues with the presentation. So this presentation will be sent to you, both of them. So you will have all the links and the relevant information for later on if you need to go through it. As he has already presented, there are two possibilities in order to pre-enroll in this master degree. Either start this academic year, spring semester, which he already explained about the fact that it's not possible to finish in 2 semesters. You will need 3 semesters to finish it. And it's already open, the pre-enrollment, and it will be closed on December 11th. And then you will see that probably you will know basically like every week if there is progress in your application, but the final and official resolution will be published in January, though you will already know if you are admitted or not, and you should know that the enrollment will be on February, and also the lectures will start on February as well. Okay. If you want to wait for the next academic year, then you will have to wait until March 1st, and then it will be open until July 1st. Okay? It's important, we ask you, that don't wait until the last day. If it's possible, it's better to have time in order to solve any issues, or if your documents are not correctly uploaded, whatever. So we really strongly recommend you to go through the procedure as soon as possible if you are interested. And then this usually the official resolution is published on July, but you will of course know quite earlier as soon as you progress in your application if you are admitted or not. Okay. And then the enrollment will also be in July, and the lectures will start on September. So the steps are very, very easy. First of all, even if you are students of the UPC, you need to pre-enroll in a new, website. It's the one already given here. And then you provide your details. If you are already from the UPC, you will see that non-details are provided from you because we already have all of them, but you need to register, okay? And then you specify your bachelor degree. and then you attach the required documents. These documents are very easy, very simple. It's basically what the admission committee need to know about you, about your possible admission and your tutor. That's why it's important to have your academic background, okay? But if you are from the UPC, we already have all your records, so it's not necessary. We just need the English certificate, the proof of English, and also your curriculum vitae. That's mainly it. But if you are from another public university, of course, we need the same, and also your transcript of records and your bachelor diploma. We understand that you may not have finished already when you apply for the master degree. You are finishing your bachelor, so we ask you to at least upload the most updated one, the transcript record, so we can prove that for you it's possible to finish on that semester. So if you are doing the bachelor thesis and some subjects, then we think you are capable to finish your bachelor, and then you will be admitted even though you haven't finished on that moment you are doing the application. Okay, this we understand. If you are coming from abroad, then we need the same, the English certificate, curriculum vitae, your passport, and then transcript of records and bachelor diploma. Important, these two documents, especially the academic ones, needs to be legalized and translated if they are not in English. And also it's very useful for the admission committee to have the certificate of equivalence of the rating system, and also a document or a link that specifies the subjects and the whatever it's settled on your transcript of records. Sometimes it's useful for the admission committee to know exactly what you have been taught in your bachelor degree, so they can see which is exactly your background. Okay, and then here you have the link. You see, fill in the form. This is not applied for the Master of Engineering Physics, so it's not applied for you. And also that what we ask is, once you are doing your bachelor, we need the updated data, but not the official one, because we understand that you are going to apply for the official document once you finish, okay? Because you need to pay for it. So what it's important for you to know that once admitted, if you are going to enroll, we need these documents to be official, finish, of course, your bachelor degree, and also we need to have digitally signed documents. So we have a verification code to just check the authenticity of these documents. So when you finish your bachelor, please ask your university to provide you with these documents. Okay? So once you uploaded everything, so we'll see if everything is, you need to select the master degree you want to enroll to, and you need to know that for each master degree you apply in the UPC, you will have to pay 30 euros tax. And then once this payment is validated, then we are going to look at your application, and then you can see either in the comments of this website or by email which is the progress of your application, if you are admitted, if you are requested to upload more documents or whatever. Okay? So how can we assist you? Basically, during this process is either this information session. Also, here you have your telephone number, our email address, and also you can come in person, but you need to know that it's necessary to ask for a prior appointment if you want to visit us. And then during the enrollment, there will be also a chat available for you, okay, to help you with the procedures. So let's hopefully think that you are all good students and you are accepted to the master degree. And then once you receive this confirmation from us that you are admitted, it's very essential from your part to accept this place. So we'll give you access to the e-secretaria, so you can proceed with all the enrollment and other necessary steps. If you are already from the UPC, then you will see that in your own e-secretaria, it will appear now the master degree certificate. Well, so that could be all. I think, yes, sorry, for those of you coming from abroad or maybe need to justify that you are admitted to this master program because you have a grant or whatever, then you should know that once you accept this place and you have access to the secretaria, then you will be requested to pay 300 euros as an advance payment of the enrollment fees. Okay, this is just to make sure that you are going to enroll. Okay, and then once in the first enrollment, you will see that this 300 euros will be deducted. Okay, so it's not an additional cost, but it's mandatory, especially for those of you that need to ask for a visa procedures in your country. And if you ask us to send you an admission letter, all these steps need to be correctly done. If not, we are not able to send you this admission letter. Okay. And also for those students from Spain that maybe you want to ask for the grant of the Ministerio de Educación, all these master degree are official ones, so you are capable to ask for a grant. Okay, you if you are already becado, that for el Ministerio, then you would be able to ask also for this master degree. But usually you need to know that they have like advanced the deadline, so from March to May. So maybe you may not know exactly if you're admitted or not to the program, but you have to do this application for the scholarship anyway. Okay, so this is important for you to bear in mind. And unfortunately, for those of you coming from abroad, there is no grants for you. So if you need it, you should come granted from your own country. So basically, I will finish with offering you all the contact details if you need to ask to assist you further on. And I just give back the ground to Paul, yeah, and just listen to you if you have any questions or how can we assist you. Thank you.